Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This will be my recap for the Housewives of Atlanta. Also for Married to Medicine, honey. Look, I did not feel like reviewing this show, and I was going to push it back to tomorrow. If I push it back to tomorrow, I will probably still not feel like doing it. So my girl, get it done today and let it be what's gonna be. So thank you to those who are tuning in to the live. Thank you to those who will be watching the river play. I hope y'all can all hear me well, okay? Because at first I did not have my mic plugged in, but now I do, okay? I also hope everybody had a great Monday. It is the start to a whole new week. And that's something amazing to behold because you know what I'm saying, sometimes we be like, Lord, I just want to go to sleep and rest, but we can't because we gotta work. Hence me being here with y'all right now. Okay. Now y'all know to do a couple of things. First, do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, okay, and whatnot. Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. And y'all know to like the video, please, and thank you. Hit that share button to share on your social media. And y'all know to be around here commenting in the comment section because it's a conversation. Okay, so comment on the live or comment on the real play. Now, yes, I am here. Hey. How was everyone doing today? Okay, I'm not going to even hold y'all up because, again, the sooner I get through the show, the sooner I can go lay down, okay, take my bun out, take my dress off, and watch, like, I don't know, HGTV or whatever. It's just, it was a long day at work or whatever. It's just, things to do. I'll probably do a gossip chat tomorrow, some quick in the afternoon, something quick in the evening, okay? Because I'm like, I think I don't care. Is Housewives getting old? Is that why I don't feel like reviewing it no more? I don't know. So Gigi, I wasn't going to interview Gigi. Y'all know Gigi was the girl who was on Co-Star Gratuity Courage Live the week before last. That wasn't last week. I feel like that was a week whenever it was. And I had talked to her, was going to have her on. It was not going to be an interview. It was really going to be a conversation about what had happened on the live, women just being in power. It was going to be something different. However, I forgot I had reviews to do for one yesterday, which was Sunday. I just got behind. And because I have to do my reviews, I was like, my reviews come first. So I told her I would schedule her to come on a different day to have the conversation. And not only that, I feel like a part of me also felt like it maybe was meant to be this way because I do not want Cole Sark or Tweety Curry to feel like anyone is really sitting around here trying to be thinking about her all the time, okay? And because I had already done a couple of videos about it, I wasn't too like upset that I had to like change my plans. So yeah, I wasn't going to interview her. We were going to have a full-fledged conversation as women, and it was going to be that. But she will be on with me either this Friday or next Friday. We'll have a like you know how we have our grown folks talk. It's gonna be that, but like for women, okay, and it won't strictly be about coleslaw. It'll also be a little bit about that and that conversation. But I realized no one, not even her or me, should be sitting around here consistently discussing coleslaw if she ain't did nothing new. And so, but I did talk to her, but Gigi will be coming on with me one of these Fridays. Okay, so that is coming in one way or the other and whatnot. So that's what happened with Gigi. Because I was also going to have the girl Lisa on, and then Lisa could not come on. I won't say why, but she decided to not come on for different reasons, though, which I completely understood. But it was, it was more of the same thing. Like, no one wants to sit around here, consistently discussing that girl in that live because it was a whole crazy thing. So everything really kind of worked out how it was supposed to, but we'll still get Gigi on later this week or next Friday. It's gonna be this Friday or next Friday. That's it. Okay. But hi to everyone. And also, hey, because look, I want to make it like I don't need my channel or even want my channel to be known as a channel that is consistently reported on coleslaw, because that's not what my corner is. That's not what our corner is. And because I've seen people's channels be fully dedicated to that lady, and that ain't what I want to do. Like, I report on her if she go live and it's something to have a conversation about. Okay, I'll do that. But I'm like, I can't and don't want to be sitting on every single thing and then trying to have 4 or 5 videos based on one thing that happened with her. And so, I don't want to do that. So I was like, you know what? I got reviews to do. I have to do Love Marriage DC. Excuse me. I have to do Marriage Medicine. I have to do Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm like, I have other reviews I need to do that I do not want to push out just to do that. And so I was happy that Gigi understood that. You know what I'm saying? Me and her had a great talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's good. But again, she'll be on later on. But hey, to everyone that's popping in, right? Love, light, and positivity in the midst of the foolishness is what we do right here. Mama, I'm probably make that my new Mama, send me a screenshot because this gonna be the new bottom. This gonna be what it say down that. I'm gonna put that down there. I'm gonna put that right here down there. Okay, so I send me that in the text, not right, when you can. Okay, because that's what it is. But anyway, hey. Yes, I'm tired about. Yeah, it's this is my thing. I'm not tired of hearing about the lady. Only when it's something new that we're hearing. If she does a new live, we're gonna have a new conversation. Okay. If new developments come up, that's something that's brand new, I'll do that. But I'm like, I can't. And we shouldn't. So I'm kind of happy the way it played out. But that's just my mind. Sometimes I forget what I gotta do. Anyway, let's get into the reason we're here, which is for the review of the Housewives of Atlanta and also Married to Medicine. Now, I did watch episode 1 of Married to Medicine, even though I did not review episode 1. So I'll touch, but episode 1 was really about updates of who did this or who moved or whatever. It was I'm happy I did not review it. Okay, but let's get into what we can't hate to get into. Now, y'all know first thing we usually have to discuss with any show that we review when it's back for a new season is the fashion of it all, or at least the confessional looks. Now, I feel like Married to Medicine is unfairly in the fashion department unfairly. It's what they don't get a fair shake because the doctors, the women are used in their doctor's coats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why can't they get a screen, off of that? Get a green screen with them in some regular clothes. Why not do that? Okay. We all know she's going to do the live. We just don't know when. Well, first of all, she went live. I want to say yesterday, either yesterday or the day before. It was that night or whatever. After the whole thing came out about her the business stuff, but she was on live for a couple like a minute or two, and then got off. She didn't say nothing, but she always do that. She always do that. Okay, back to the Housewives of Atlanta and also Married to Medicine. So let's get into the looks of the ladies of Married to Medicine. Okay, the first. Oh no, I forgot. Housewives is first. So let's get to Housewives. I forgot my notes. I'll be having to think about what notes are first. Okay, so Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, Kenya and Candy meet up. Kenya and Candy meet up for a little play date. It was real cute seeing Kenya and Candy play around with Brooklyn and Blaze. Okay, the bees, kind of the two daughters with B names, the mom with K names. It's real cute if you ask me. Okay, and Kenya brings up the issue she's having with her business. You know, her Kenya more hair care. Now her main issue is she gets her stuff from overseas, even China, and she's having a hard time getting inventory in to get her stuff over here to keep the shelves stocked at Sally's. But she brought up how she was offered more doors at CVS and Walmart, but she can't because she can't she doesn't have enough product to do all of that. Okay, and the cute thing was Candy, who knows about business, was like, well, what can I do? No, what do you need? What do you need help with? And so I love it, Kim. Like when I've got a team together now that's helping me, find stuff here, so that I'm not having to wait and can't get stuff in when it's overseas. So I feel like Kenya, was trying her best to handle her own business or whatever. I love how her and Candy were able to have that conversation, because sometimes when you complain to folk, you have to complain to the right people, or not even complain. When you are venting, you need to vent to people who can either understand what you're going through, or they can help you figure out what to do. Venting to somebody, like when she was talking to Sonya, Sonya didn't know nothing. To me, Sonya don't have a business to know what Candy's talking about. But Candy has products here and there, and so it's like, oh, I get it or whatever. And so, but again, Kenya got it on lock, fine. So when they get onto Marlo on her BS, because Marlo and Kenya always get into it, and then Kenya says how Marlo is not someone she can trust, okay? Because I don't trust her, I can throw her, and she tall. She said, she's 6 feet and 200 pounds, so I can't trust her, so I can throw her. And when Candy brings up how Marlo put her nephews out, and which of course shocks Kenya. I think it shocked all of us or whatever. And Candy brings up how she knows firsthand about taking care of other kids, because she took care of her cousin Marvin, who's 11, okay, and she helped raise him as well. So Candy has firsthand experience taking in a relative, and having to raise kids who are they're teenagers or whatever, and they be hard and mean and rude or whatever. And so she gets it, and she's like, I can't imagine, telling my nephew, my cousin, to get out. How Kenya did her nephews, okay? And Kenya brought up a good point in how it's just re-traumatizing them based on what they've already went through. And I know. And I think that's I think I think Marlo felt like, well, I can say I need a break. I can say that, it's too much for me. But I think she didn't realize folks would feel like it's hard for parents all over the world, Craig. Foster parents, adoptive parents, birth parents, you know what I'm saying? Whatever kind of whoever who's helping raise kids, it's hard for everyone. And so many people do not have so many people can't just say, hey, get out my house for this long or whatever and be gone, because you feel like your life changed. It's like, well, that's what happens when you become someone's guardian, you know what I'm saying? And it's a great thing that Marlo did that, because she could have put them in the system, but she didn't want to. But you can't take them in and then make them feel not wanted, because it's getting hard now after a couple of years. But I'm gonna leave that be. So again, they had that conversation. Okay, let's get into Marlo talking to her sister Crystal. Now, when Marlo's sister Crystal came by, I'm like, first of all, you got the sister over here in her work clothes and her work uniform or whatever, because you want to complain to her about how your room looked, the boys dating. I'm like, you already put the boys out. And this is the crazy part. Marlo's sister, whose name is Crystal, who has 4 kids already. Crystal is the mom of 4. And she's showing Crystal the room the boys stayed in, which to me looked really, really messy, okay? And show how messy the room is, how the room used to look before they got there, how one of the boys punched a hole in the wall. He got upset and punched the wall and put a hole in it. But I said, Mama, that wall looked thin. Is it plastic? Was it cardboard? I mean, not, and I'm not trying to excuse a kid punching a wall because you should not do that at all. Okay. However, it's like touch that wall. I'm not. It looked like plaster. It looked like, but again, boys and kids get upset and they sometimes punch. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so the sister like, look, you need to just be more structured. You need to be on top of them because you can't assume if you ask them if they cleaned up and they say yeah that they meant it. They probably lying. And kids are messy. I was a messy kid because I'm a messy adult. You know what I'm saying? And kids sometimes do not feel like putting up clothes. Marlo, you may be, very, very clean, not clean. You may be very organized because you have folks who help you put up your clothes. You pay people to do that for you. That's fine. But when you're dealing with children, you have to consistently. My nephew room is usually messy. Because boys and sometimes girls are just messy, but you have to be on top of them. Hey, clean up. Don't. But to me, I felt like Marlo showing how junky that room was. Was it the boys' fault fully? It was also her fault because how could you not know it got that messy? That room did not get messy like that in one day. It had accumulated to be that. So why were you never on top? Did you not go in the room? That's the weird thing for me. It's like she made it seem like she went in there one day and everything was a shit show. And I was like, that room looked like it had been gradually getting more and more messy. And you were asking them and saying, hey, clean up, and they weren't. You were not on top of them. And that's what Crystal said. Like, you have to be on top of their ass. Because again, the boys seem to be messy, moody kids who need structure and guidance. That's what children need. And that's really what it is. So it kind of angered me that Marlo is complaining as if it's something more than typical raising teenager stuff. And that's weird to me, okay? Now, Marlo also brings up how how at one point she took in Crystal. That when Crystal was 14 and in foster care, that Marlo went and got her out of foster care. But even that didn't last long because she never would leave because Marlo's asshole. Okay, and at that point, the sister left and went to go tell their mama. And Crystal brings up how like kids who are used to living one kind of way and doing things some type of way, if they move with somebody who does things differently, it takes time for them to change. You can't expect them to immediately adjust. And even though Marlo has had them for years, and boys are still adjusting. Truthfully. And you would think Marlo, who was in foster care, that she loved talk about, would understand how kids who've been bounced around here, there, or whatever because of their mom would get right. They're acting out the same way she did, but differently. A lot of kids' rooms are messy. My kids' room is messy right now. If we don't go down there, it'll be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous. And I'm like, when she showed, I said, Marlo, how junky that room was shows more of your lack of parenting than them being bad kids, because it just shows you did not check up on what they were doing. Kids ain't gonna do shit if you allow them to not do shit. And that's what it was. So Crystal came in and is new. You have to be on top of them. That's really what it is. It ain't nothing more than that. Anyway, she also brought up how she told the boys that, she's 30 years old. And Marlo to this day will still cuss her out or whatever. And Marlo get on her nerves sometimes. So much so that she don't even want to call Marlo and ask her for things because how Marlo acts. And not because Marlo's a bitch. Because she is, okay? And then when Marlo brings them, I just need a 30-day break, at least 30 days, and that's it. And I said, honey, it's crazy because the sister has 4 children and now she has 6. I was like, not on my watch. Like Terrence said, she turned those boys away like she was turned away as a child, which is crazy because she wants folks to feel like, she's trying to help them, but she isn't. Marlo, in my opinion, Marlo thought they could be here for a little while and they can leave. And then she felt like after that, okay, it'd be a good look if I keep them here. And now that the room is messy and she feel like she's on the show, I can make all this be a part of my life. I was like, it's messy. And it seems like you don't care about hurting kids because kids gonna be kids, but you're the adult. And in that situation, you should, you know what? I'm gonna take all y'all stuff from you. Discipline them. I feel like Marlo thought I can bring them in here, I can buy them fancy things, I can throw money around at them and it'll be fine. It's like, no ma'am. That isn't how it goes. Okay. So I was like, get on my face. And so when she asked Crystal, do you feel like pop up camera, do you feel like what I said to them, or do you feel like me? I thought I heard a bug, but I may have been tripping. And if a bug fly around, I'm having a fit. But she asked if you feel like I was wrong for pulling them out or whatever. And Crystal gave her the most honest response. I get everyone needs a break. Everyone at one point or the other needs a break. However, some things you say are wrong. I do not think that the boys should hear you saying that you don't have to take care of them, that you are tired of them. They should not be hearing this stuff. And I feel like Marla, who's saying that to them, ain't shit. Because telling kids who have nothing to no one that you don't have to take care of them is just downright mean and rude. And that's what's bad. And I think she don't want people to see how bad she really is. Because if she on the show with them, they're gonna see her be a jerk to them. And she'll look even worse. Okay. She's using for a storyline. I agree. I do not like that I think she is exploiting their pain, but also putting 20 on 10. Like, I think she wants the boys to feel hurt so that way she can look like she's consoling them. But I'm not really causing more damage than anything else. She's realizing that the hard part is coming. Now is when they need the talks and grace given to them, no, not to be kicked out. And that's the thing that she kicked them. You put them out. You put them out and put them with their other auntie who may be struggling her damn self. But she showed us the public that she do the same thing if she had her own child, just toss them out to the next of kin. Well, yeah, she did to them what people did to her. And that's on her, okay? And when Marlo brings up, I get my mouth from my mama because she was that crazy stuff too. And I don't want to put that on them, so I leave it with Kenya. I'm like, why are you bringing up Kenya? The way you talk and the way you degrade people with your mouth, that's just who you are. Show them who you are, Simba, okay? Now, we did see the ladies are going on the trip to, I think it's the Blue Ridge or whatever. It's a little Marlo trip. It's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away. And Marlo rents cars. She rented a 2022 Rolls Royce Ghost for her and Sheree to ride in. And she rented a 2022 Aston Martin DBX for Candy, Drew, and Monietta to ride in. Y'all know Monietta is a friend of the show this season. Okay, now, first of all, I was like, those cars don't even really look comfortable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to ride in. If I want to be comfortable, I'm going to be in the car for a couple hours, okay? And so, in Candy in them car, the driver, because Marlo also got them food to eat on the drive down. And in the car with Candy in them, the driver told them they can't eat in the car. I said, how you got a whole rental car service? And the folk renting your car you're driving. I'm gonna want some chips and some goobers and some snacks. If you have, I was like, what the heck? Yeah, what? Get a party bus. I was so confused. And this is the thing, Marlo feels like she can throw money at things and make things be fancier than it has to be. A party bus would have been more efficient for one. It would have been cool for all of them to ride down and talk, but she wants to show off. Right, luggage and groceries, okay? And I don't want to be in the front seat with this lady I don't know. I don't want that. Not at the all, okay? And so with the lady who said that they could not eat in the car, they said, what? So Candy and them went, and the girl went back in the house and ate their food. Because we're not gonna waste this food, okay? We hungry. Okay, we hungry. Now Candy put on Twitter, they was in the house for like over an hour eating. And Candy put on Twitter that the lady driver was pissed because she said she had things to do. She had, I guess, plans that night, and because they took an extra hour or two to eat food or whatever, it pushed her time back to do whatever else she had to do. My thing is, I don't understand people who have rental cars and then say, hey, you can't eat food here. But why? If we written it to drive somewhere for a couple hours, I may want a Snicker bar. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But the thing, when you don't want people eating in your car, you get a rental. Like, you get a rental because you do not want things happening. And the only thing I agree that should not happen in rental cars is you should not be smoking, because you can't get out cigarette smoke. Like cigarette smoke and weed smoke, it takes time to get those smells out. So I get folks saying, don't be smoking in my car. But I would not have a rental car service that is people driving here and there, whatever, and then think they're not gonna eat in a car. Kids not eating, I get that because kids is messy. But it's three adult women eating some chicken wings. Some chicken wings, okay? But no, Marlon and Troy were eating because they were in a different car. So they driver didn't care. But the lady, anyway, and why did Marlo go get chicken? Oh, dude, because she trying to act like she's supportive. Marlo wants people to think she's the supportive friend who supports everyone. And no, it was a trick. Okay, she fooling and scam us to think that she's nice, and she's not. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you ain't going to be BBQ on my white leather. But that's why I don't get why Marlo rented those kind of cars for them when she knew they may eat on the way. That's what was stupid. You had them doing stuff in cars that they didn't need. If you really wanted them to have a good time, send me somewhere comfortable and let me be, bitch. Okay, let me be. I've been told, Marlo told the driver to tell them to be paid. I can believe that. I can believe that. That may have been the reason why the driver was pissed off. But again, that's on Marlo, okay? Now, they have two separate conversations on the drive down. And Marlo car, she's asking, why does man can you keep going back to this, place of us beefing? And I said, bitch, because of you. It's because of you. It's Marlo asked dumb questions. She asked, it's like, you know why. It's because of you. And when Sheree, like, well, I talked to Kenya, and Kenya said this because, she feels like you always come at her. You keep on her liar. Like, she does not like how you treat her. And it's like, Marlo not dumb. She isn't. Marlo is trying to create drama to because she feel like that will make the show more popular. It'll keep on the show. If I'm up here popping drama, that's what it is. But you can't keep saying things and doing things to folks and think they won't remember that shit and not want to mess with you. And I think when Eva was on Watch What Happened Live, and she brought up how Marlo out here being mean and rude to her friends, all to hold on the peach, and that's stupid. You're gonna lose them friends, okay? But that's on her. Now, Candy in the crowd or whatever, and she brings up how, Marlo going through whatever, how Marlo put the boys out, which Monyetta and Drew were shocked. But they also brought up how, well, Monyetta brought up how they had to raise, whoever in their family. Drew brought up how her mom took in her, like, some nephews or whatever. So they're all aware of people in their lives who have taken in someone that's family to raise them. So, yes, it's hard, but you have to lean on your village. Marlo issue is she don't have no village because she keep burning her village down. You can't want people to keep helping you who you keep shitting on. And that's not issue with Marlo. I think people don't get people don't dislike Marlo for any other reason besides I'm massaging my boobs, so don't judge me. If you see my boobs is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say that y'all like, what is she doing? My boobs a little bit, sore. But Marlo wants people to feel like she needs all this help. She wants folks to feel like the people in her life don't help her. It's because Marlo consistently treats people who she not supposed to, treat badly. She treats them bad. And I'm like, for what? For why? Why do any of that? It doesn't make any sense. And the bad part, the bad part is that she will consistently blame other people for her own bullshit. So that's on Marlo. Now they do get to the house, and the house was beautiful. Okay, and it was a house up in the mountains that Marlo rented. They said that Marlo didn't rent shit. Not VH1. Bravo was the one who paid for this. Okay, who paid for this? Oh, y'all couldn't see me. Look, cause I did. I wanted to be sure no one would say, "Why is her boobs moving?" It's like, yeah, my boobs are a little bit sore, or whatever. So I'm Yeah, I'm trying to be honest. But at the house was gorgeous. The house was gorgeous. It was big. The one thing I liked about the house was it was big enough for everyone to have their own room, and all the rooms look cute. So sometimes they have these trips where there's not enough space for everybody, and so someone gets like an ugly room. It was all nice, 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 nice. And Marlo played a little shady game of pick your room. I'm gonna tell you a candle scent, and then um you tell me who it is. One scent was like delusional and was like delusional and devotional or something dumb. I don't know. It was this rude, little snarky, shady shit that she put to be for pick people or whatever. But they all got a room. It does not really matter. Now Sanya is coming down too. She is flying coming down later. And when they're on their way to the restaurant and whatnot, they discuss Marlo giving the boys her sister. And I was like, girl, that's kind of crazy. Now, she tells them how, again, she wants them to stay away for at least 30 days. At least 30. I said, at least. At least. I was like, no. Okay. And Candy brings up how that is, wow, that's crazy because, your sister, you told me your sister, only has a 2-bedroom apartment, okay, and she already has a few kids. Her sister has 4 children, so you sent your 2 nephews to live with your sister, who stay in a 2-bedroom apartment. Girl, Marlo's response was, well, she just moved in today to a 3-bedroom apartment or whatever, and from where I'm from, that's normal. I was like, first of all, and when you was growing up and that was no, you know as an adult is not normal to have 6 children sharing 2 rooms. And I was like, that's on the bullshit. Okay, it was weird to me for her to act like that. I'm like, girl, that's you have a whole spare room, and you sent the 2 kids to live with somebody who did not have enough room for her own 4 children. And when she probably got a 3, because if you have 4 kids and a 3-bedroom, okay, 2 kids and 2 kids in each room is whatever. But 3 kids in each room because your ass does not want to be bothered would have made me mad. But I'm gonna leave that be as well. Okay. So they get to the restaurant at the blueberry thing or whatever. And we see because Kenya ended up arriving eventually, and so did Sonya. So first of all, Marlo wants Candy to get drunk how Kenya did. Candy don't get drunk. She don't really drink, okay? And I'm not gonna leave it be. Leave it be. So they bring up how they do not want Marlo, girl. They do not want Drew and Sanya fussing again. And Drew was like, look, I don't have an issue with her. Like, she has an issue with me. So Drew tells them about how Sanya kind of was going at Ralph or whatever, saying that her and Ralph don't really be busy. This is the thing. When I seen the full clip of the conversation between Ralph and Sanya, and when I heard Drew explain it, I was fully on Drew's side. This is the thing. You went to my husband to ask his advice because your husband wants more children. So you wanted his opinion because we have a couple kids. And when you were talking about how busy or how you did not want to stop being busy in order to, have a baby. And Ralph's point was, well, me and Drew have 3 kids compared to you and Ross, who has 1 child. Okay, so we are just as busy, if not more busy than you, just based on that fact that we have 2 more kids than what you have. So to me, Sanya's response in saying, well, y'all act busy, but what y'all doing? It was shady because Ralph was talking to you about what you asked him about, being busy as an adult with children. And if they have 2 more children, what you have, they are more busy than you because they're having to take care of and parent 2 additional human beings. So I was like, Sanya's on bullshit. And when she was on the after show chit chat talking about it or whatever, and she still tried to make it seem like she wasn't being shady, you were being shady. You were. So on that one issue, Sanya was on complete BS. You can't ask someone for their opinion and then feel offended by something they say when what he said wasn't wrong. They are more busy than you. Because it's the kicker. I don't know what Sanya does. I don't know what Drew. Look, I don't know what Ralph does. I don't know what he do. But he do something to make money. But you can't act like people who have 3 children aren't busy. You can't. And that's the crazy right. You can't throw shade at someone and get mad at how when they react. You ask that man his opinion about what's going on. He wasn't being shady in his comment to you. You then shaded them and got mad at Drew for being upset with you. I did not get that. It confused me. I was like, girl, bye. I look, when they announced Sanya as a cast member, I was happy because I told y'all before I watched her show. I watched her on her show on Week TV years ago, so I already knew who she was. And seeing how she has reacted aggravated me. It completely aggravated me because it was dumb to me. And even in them having a conversation, I think my notes. I thought I had notes about Drew. I don't right now. So because when Sanya got there, before she got there, I'm sorry, they were asking her about her beef with Sanya. And I like that Drew said, I did not have an issue with her. She had one with me. And I'm like, that's honestly true. And she's like, this is what happened. First, she had questions about my dropping with Drew business. And I still said that was not even her place to be upset with Drew because she did not put no money in that business. But whatever. She did, and then she was upset with me about my interaction with Sheree. Something else that had nothing to do with Sanya. So Sanya was the one who kept having issues with Drew, and Drew was confused, like, why are you mad at me? For what? For what? For who? Okay. And then they had the little, the fussing match at that brunch or whatever. How Sanya invited her to their photo shoot and then uninvited her. So again, Sanya has been the one. It's Sanya, girl, I don't know. It's like I feel like it's Sanya, but I'm saying Sanya, or the other way around. So Drew's point is, she really been fucking with me more than anything else. That's really what it's been or whatever. And I was like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Sanya commenting right now for those races and organs ones making me watch. Oh, she's a commentator? Okay. That's fine. But I still feel like, yeah, she's a bit of a social climber. And I also feel like she's having every person who has the first season sometimes fuck up because you try to fit in and then it don't work. Because you're trying to kind of go. Drew was low hanging fruit because she's the only person who is her second season, so she don't really have that much time in the game, and so it's easy, in my opinion, for Sanya to go at Drew because she feel like the other woman will be on my side against her, and she looks dumb. She looks dumb because you have all these issues with Drew that had nothing at all to do with you. And when Drew would call you out about why she did not get why you was upset, you would get mad and then blow up and it's an argument. So girl, get out my damn face. Anyway, back to them. Now, Kenya. Kenya gets there. And, she's happy. She's there. I'm here. Now, at first, she did not want to go because she felt like Kenya feel like Marlo keeps trying me. She wants to have some kind of altercation with me. Like she wants to be fussing and fighting with me. I'm not going to give her that energy, so I'm not going to go. But she came anyway, okay? And when she get there, whatever, Marlo, now everybody happy that Kenya said, oh, she here to aggravate me, but I will not let her get the best of me. I'm like, Kenya don't care about aggravating Marlo, and she doesn't. But when Kenya ignores Marlo, that aggravates her. And she feel like Kenya does that on purpose. I ignore you because you full of shit, Marlo. That's what it is, okay? And so when they ask her if she gonna stay, and Kenya says how she don't know. It depends. She has her own house because Brooklyn may be coming, and because she don't know if Brooklyn will make it, she has to see what she's gonna do. Because if my daughter at the house, I'm gonna be there too. Now, when they say, why would you do that? When Marlo was like, well, if you don't want to be at the house with us, I'm saying you can't be on the trip. And I'm like, bitch, what? Bitch, who? They said online that Marlo did not pay for shit that Bravo did, for one. So it's not like she paid for shit. For two, I feel like when I know me and a person have issues and they choose to stay somewhere else, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to force anyone to sleep in the house where I am because I don't care. But Marlo feel like if I can send Kenya home, I've won. And Kenya didn't care. And that's the crazy part, okay? Oh, wait, see, Sonya is like Monique and Potomac. Oh, no, okay? Sonya is doing too much. I like Monique though, but Sonya isn't likable. Side note, I want them to show more of Monietta life. Because Monyetta's a friend of, we probably won't get that at all this season. If she comes back next season, we probably will. But I doubt we'll get any of that this season. Honestly, Sonya doesn't fit this group that well, and Drew, and she just barely fits in the group. We need something new from maybe a whole new cast. I don't mind Drew. I think Drew had a bad first season, and she's having a better second season. I think Drew fit in last season, but she did too much. And this is, to me, Drew fits in. Sonya don't fit in because she's flip flopping, and because she's coming in having an issue with Drew, who hasn't done nothing to her, and that's the crazy part. Okay, Kenya's very existence and presence just bothers Marlo to her core. It's true. This is production trip. They paid for it, not her. Don't flex a muscle you don't have Mar of the Low. Okay, Kenya was exactly like Marlo years ago, so I don't understand why you guys are so hard on Marlo. The reason we're so hard on Marlo is Marlo has been around for all time. Marlo isn't new. So when you're not new, you should not be trying to make these issues up. I think the reason when Kenya was acting like Marlo, we gave Kenya hell too. So it's not as if people let Kenya up. I did not like Kenya a couple seasons. I did not. I love her this season. But when Kenya acted like Marlo, I did not like it at the all. Newbies do that because they want attention. Marlo is doing this because she's a mean-spirited person. Based on the things, Kenya has been shady as shit in the past. And she's done crazy stuff for sure. Coming to that damn party with them ass out cheeks or whatever was kind of crazy. Coming to Marlo's event with that band was crazy or whatever. Marlo says things that are low down and disgusting, in my opinion. When she questioned if Kenya had a baby, when she questioned if anyone loved Kenya because her mom did not, Marlo goes for the jugular because she wants attention. I can't recall a time Kenya went for someone jugular to hurt them. I think Kenya has almost went there a time or two with her beef with Portia, but I also feel like because Portia hit her one time, you know what I'm saying, it was always weird blood there. But in my opinion, Marlo's disdain for Kenya doesn't make any sense. And with Marlo being a veteran of the show, even as a friend of, she should not be doing all of this, in my opinion. Because you're not new to this. You've been around. So why do that? I do think Kenya see through Marlo bullshit because Marlo's trying to play victim. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. I love Kenya this season. We see where's it right. She's different. Kenya this season is not how she was in any other season. I didn't like her before because she was just to me she was petty for no reason. Like I'm not good. What did you fuss? What did you bring it up? You know what I'm saying? This little shit. It was too, but it was to me. Kenya was never a vindictive, mean spirited person. How I feel like Marlo comes off on the show. And that's the difference to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not Kenya bunking with Bolo. If Kenya she's bunking with Bolo. I was like, if Marlo paid for a trip, which I doubt she did, I'll take money towards therapy for well, she didn't pay for the trip. She did not. Okay. Right here, Marlo been around. Okay, Kenya was nothing like Marlo. That's a false analogy. Marlo, Kenya was extra. Marlo was me, and that's the difference. That's the difference, in my opinion. And it was never from a mean spirited place. It doesn't mean that she wasn't wrong or things that she did. It's just it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion. Okay. She did bring, but I feel like that wasn't a mean spirited dig. That was some shady shit. It's you have shade and you have I'm trying to hurt someone and I'm trying to be devious and I'm trying to be cutthroat. I want to hurt them deeply. When Marlo said, "Of course your mama didn't want you," that's what I mean. When Marlo was saying how Kenya probably wasn't pregnant, that's what I mean. When Marlo keeps bringing up Mark when Kenya wants a divorce, that's what I mean. To me, it's different. But everybody had look. You can't. Everyone feels differently about each housewife, and that's just what it is. So you know what I'm saying. We don't need that be. Anyway, let's move on. But when they're asking Kenya if she's staying, she's like, I don't know yet. I have to see. So Marlo wants her to not stay on the trip if she will not at the house. I was like, girl, don't do it, okay? So from there, we do see them with Sonya gets there, whatever. Sonya then brings up how they are going to Jamaica because a partner she's working with, whatever brand or company, wants to sponsor a trip for them to go to Jamaica, which is smart because their trip or the whatever she's doing will be broadcast on Bravo. So it's fine, fine, fine. But they get back to if Kenya will be at the house. And when Marlo said how, if you do, you can't stay here. And Kenya, in my opinion, was as genuinely honest and said, fuck you, as anyone could be. She said, you are not sincere. And you're the worst person here. You're the worst friend here, and you don't know how to be a friend. She says how Marlo often wants to be friends and wants how much she loves people and wants people to love her back. However, she is toxic, okay? And that she does not need that kind of love or friendship in her life because Marlo was toxic. I said, ooh. What Kenya was saying, in my opinion, was true. We know that based on how much Marlo talked about Kenya, and we also see Candy for attention. Because it's one thing for us to have some kind of particular issue, we don't like each other, but you want to say we cool and we friends, but look how you treat me to my face and also behind my back. Because the things that Marlo and Sheree have been cackling about Candy and Kenya, to me is proof of Kenya's point that we have a past of not liking each other and we were supposed to move forward. And we didn't do that, or we can't do that because of you. And the fact that on social media, both Candy and Kenya were saying how we didn't even have any idea at this time what Marlo had been saying behind our backs. While in scenes saying how we need to be more supportive of her. She's telling us to our face that she wants to love us and this and that and be friends or whatever. And in these scenes, she's doing the absolute opposite. That's what's crazy. So people be like, oh, but Kenya this season isn't who she was before. And her read of Marlo was 100% accurate. Marlo is a toxic friend. Look, this is my thing. And I am a person where I feel like people have fights and disagreements and miscommunications and things happen. But if you feel like Kenya's a fucked up individual and she is a bad person and this and that and that, if you feel like Candy isn't a good friend and that she doesn't help anyone, and that's how if you feel that way about a person, why would that person want to be a friend? Once I find out how someone feels about me personally, I don't fuck with you. Because even in miscommunications, even in this issues in friendships, Marlo has said things about them that is proof as people she don't like them because she says those things about them. So once they watch the show and they see how she talks, why would they want to be cool with her? It doesn't make any sense to me. So Kenya's read about how you're a toxic friend, how you're not sincere, how I don't need that kind of love or friendship from you. It's true. Because no one on this cast is perfect. None of them. No one in this world is perfect. But you should never feel that someone who you're friends with is some kind of fucked up individual. But Marlo wants to tell them to their face, we should be friends. Y'all should support me. And behind their back, she talking cash money shit. And Kenya sees that. Kenya see her saying we should be cool, but then at every time you dogging me out. You call me a liar. You brought up before how I wasn't pregnant or whatever. You talk all this shit about me, and I was supposed to forgive you, but you keep doing the same thing. In my opinion. Period. Period. And I feel like that was Kenya's point. I don't have to stay at the house that you have because look at how you treat me. Look at what you say about me. So why would I want to for sure only be able to stay where you're at, where you can then do more of that to me? To me, Kenya coming there and getting her own space to live is the perfect reason, not the reason, it's the perfect example of I'm going to control I'm going to control my peace. I'm going to control my space. To me, if I don't fuck with anybody, why would I want to be in the house? Because the minute that Marlo felt the need to pull rank, what did she do? Told Kenya, if you don't want to stay at my house, well, you can leave. So why would I not want to have my own car to get here? Why would I not want to have my own house to live in? But folks, I always say, sometimes you can't live. I'm trying to explain this the right way. Because I see comments of people bringing up stuff that Kenya did. No one is saying that Kenya has never been a rude, shady person. No one's saying that. However, Kenya has shown growth, at least since she's had Brooklyn. She's not the same messy person she was since she had Brooklyn. She's gotten better, and she's the best she's been this season. Marlo, on the other hand, has never changed. Marlo has never wavered from her antics. She just spreads the bullshit around. She's not only now being mean and rude to Kenya, she's also doing it to Candy. That's the part y'all be missing. Sometimes we have to stop looking at one situation and look at the totality of the situation. Kenya's whole point was, you have shown me who you are. We have tried to be friends. And at every turn, when we're trying to be friends, you shit on me. Consistently. And again, this is Kenya saying this, not knowing the other shit Marlo been saying. I refuse to ever let someone who I've been at odds with think they can tell me to go home. Because they feel the need to downplay me and to dog me out. So Kenya's read of Marlo was 100% accurate. 100% true. Period. And then Marlo tried to gaslight and make herself a victim of Kenya not giving her a fair shot by saying, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I still think you lied about being sick. Why does that matter? Why are you fixated on the fact of you think that I lied about being sick? But when you seen me, I sounded sick. That's the crazy part. Because when I watch, I'm like, what can you do sound sick? She do sound sick. And who cares? Okay. Wait. Kenya's conflict has always been with people she's not friends with. Boom. That's true. Marlo's attacks people unprovoked, but then wants a sister at the end. She's up here asking Candy and Kenya, a part of the whole group, to be there for her because she's going through shit. But in all her green screens and her conversations with Sanya and Sheree, she's been shady as shit. And this is the gotcha. No one has went back and told Candy or Kenya what she's saying. But y'all don't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Some folk watch the show, have their favorites, and leave it at that. Baby, this is Bravo's trip. This is Bravo's trip. It's it's Bravo's trip. They're paying for it. It's a show. If this was something that wasn't being filmed for a TV show, that would be a valid point. But when we're all co-workers for a network and we're filming a show and being paid to film, and I'm supposed to show up, I'm gonna show up how I want to. And where I sleep shouldn't matter. And that's my opinion. Not saying yours is wrong, but we have to look at this for what it is. They are on a network show. On a network show. Kenya could not go because she was being tested for COVID. Once she found out she wasn't positive for COVID, she can go if she wants to go. Y'all do know that, right? But some of y'all don't want to look past the what Marlo's saying. Oh, she came to follow me because she Marlo's Kenya's exact words was, I wasn't feeling well. And the doctor, I couldn't go. So I had to go to the doctor to get tested for COVID. And I didn't feel it. If I don't have COVID, okay, fine, I can go now. But I'm still sick. But I'm gonna let y'all be. This is the end of this review. Marlo's full of shit. You hear me? Because Marlo then said how, you know what I'm saying, I won't kiss your ass. I still think you lied about being sick. I should be able to be honest with my friends. I have trust issues and I'm fucked up just like you. I have insecurities just like you. I have attention issues just like you. Again, she's up here shading Kenya while trying to make it seem like I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad friend. That's not what it is. No. No, that's not what I'm doing. It's like full of shit. Okay. And then said I should be the one looking up to you because there are all these black girls who look up to us. I don't know. No one. This is my thing. I'm not gonna say that no one should look up to Marlo because she came from someone to be what on the show. I'm not gonna say that no one should look up to Marlo. Marlo's demeanor, her spirit, there's a mean streak to it. And hold on, because I know. Let me do it, baby. You don't want this. You don't want this. You do not want to do this with me. You hear me? So I'm going to politely ask my mods to block you because I have always told y'all all opinions are welcomed. Your opinion is welcome, but don't you ever tell me that I'm biased and my biased ass is doing anything. Okay? There's a way to give your opinion here that differs from mine without being rude. I'm not biased. I just have a different opinion than yours. So, at the end of the day, be blessed. But don't come at me ever on my channel. You hear me, my love? Don't do it. And I'm using my nice voice. I'm not gonna use my evil, go off, fuck you. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna do that. Because this is a place of love, light, and positivity. But what viewers have to get when you come to YouTube channels to hear our opinion, you cannot call us biased because we differ from you. You hear me? Because as I just said, in the past, when Kenya was on bullshit, I call her out, my love. So I'm not biased. You are, because you feel that your opinion is better than mine. If I sat here and read Kenya, would I be biased? I would not be. But Angel Johnson, you wanted some attention, so I'm going to give you a couple seconds of attention to hopefully make other people know what not to do around here. Because I am always respectful to every JayBird person around here. You hear me? But for anyone coming around here who support whoever on the show, do not call me biased. Because on next Sunday, if Kenya does some bullshit, I will read her too and call her out how I have done everyone this season. You hear me? So for people who do not get, in the comment section, all opinions are valid because it's your opinion. But this is my channel. You came here to hear my opinion. So do not call me biased. That's the one thing I am not. Because if I was, anytime someone disagreed with me, I would cuss your ass out and block you. That's being biased. I don't even fuss with y'all in the comment section. I let it be. I let everyone express their opinions. If you think King's piece of shit, make your channel, make your video, and give all of your opinions there. But don't come around here telling me I'm biased, because I'm not. That's the one thing I can never be. I'm too neutral to ever be biased. I see two sides all the time. So fuck you. But be blessed. Okay? Okay. Anyway, hey y'all. So look, every once in a while I step out and I just have to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I know I've seen people who are biased. I've seen people who are biased. That ain't me. And I get offended a little bit when someone tries to put that on me simply because my opinion differs from theirs. You hear me? I don't do that. I don't do it at all. So let's keep moving. Actually, for this show, we're done. We're going to move on to Married to Medicine, okay? Because as I said, Marla's full of shit. She tried to make it seem as if Kenya is being unfair to her, and that's not true, okay? And to tell anyone that if you do not stay at the house, you can't come and be a part of this trip, to me is BS. Because it's not dope with Bravo. And this is the thing. Her thing in saying this trip is about me being supported from y'all when she talking cash shit in the comment, not the comment, in her confessional, and to Sheree and Sanya, it's proof that she's full of crap. You want me to support you while you dog me out? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I can't do that. So that's why Marlo full of shit. If the things that Marlo was saying in her confessional and to Sheree and Sanya, if she said any of those things to Kenya or Candy, I will respect her for that. But she's not doing that. But let's move on to Married to Medicine. But first, I need y'all to do what? Like the video. because liking is the thing to do after I've had to treat somebody, real quick or whatever, because that's what I do sometimes. Yeah, okay. Anyway, are y'all ready for Married to the Medicine? Okay, look, this is season 9 for Married to the Medicine, and it was a good episode, to me. And I also feel like the season will probably get better as it goes on. But I also feel like it's almost lost its luster, and I don't know why. Because when I watched episode 1, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I liked episode 2 better. I did. But I hope this season gets better. You hear me? But let's get into the looks of the doctors and the wives of doctors, okay? Let's start with Heavenly's 2 looks. And I said earlier how I think it's unfair that the doctors have to have on their doctor's coat, so you can't see their outfit. Y'all know I love talking about the outfits, okay? Let's see. Heavenly, I do not feel like Heavenly is wearing weaves or wigs from her own store. I think, she got these hair follicles from somebody else. Okay. Now I like both looks. It's the same look. It's the exact same look, honestly. It's a different hair color. Okay. One has a little blonde ends, the other one does not. A little leopard skin shirts. Okay. So, it is what it is. What I do know is Heavenly looks younger and younger as the seasons have progressed, because we all know how she looked in season 2 when she came on. And yeah, the first 2 episodes kind of felt like fillers. That's why when I watched episode 1 last night, I'm like, I don't even need to review this, because it was like this. It was update shit, okay. And then episode 2 also felt a little bit like, a little slow start. Okay. And I was like, I guess that's what it is. Let's see. That's what that is one of the things that drew me to Jaylee. She sees both sides. I'm like that too, and I know that it does aggravate people. I feel like it's good to be honest. It's good to be unbiased. You never know what you can learn, and that's what it is. Okay, now she had face work. I mean, we know she had her teeth done, and we know she brought up how she had weight loss surgery. Okay, but I think she looks amazing. Not the shoes, okay? Not the shoes. But I like both hair dudes, even though they're both the same. Okay, her makeup looks great. Let's see who I have up next. Dr. Jackie. I love the colors in her dresses, and I love that in the hot pink one. Not hot pink. It was more it was more of a burnt orange to me, with the big bow. I liked it because it gave us fashion and not just Dr. Coat. You know what I'm saying? And I liked it. I like the longer hair on Jackie than the other look. The other look right here looks, girl, are you tired? What's going on? But the pink with the big bow looked like she put some effort into this look. Okay, amazing. Now she looks great in both, but I prefer the big bow one. The big bow one looks better to me. And this is the thing. I think people don't get how us people, we look great in color. When I post my looks the other day, oh my God, you look so cute. I look cute and everything. But we can wear color. I am not a girl who likes to wear black and gray. No, but give me all the colors. Give me all the colors. So I really do wish and hope that more of us, some black folk, that we embrace wearing colors. You find the colors that work for your skin and you work it from there. Okay, so I like it. I like it a lot. So I love Jackie's, again, the big bow one. Again, this one is not that bad, but she look a little tired. Little tired. Okay, who's up next? Okay. We had 3 confession looks for Contessa. Contessa, in his first look, honey, who did you allow to put all that weave on your head? The first one, what did you? I was like, I thought she had on a fur coat. I said, why is she wearing a fur? Is it cold? Did she need a heater? I said, bitch, that is a weak girl. Why is all that weave around you? And I don't even mind the bang, but the bang with the weave and the drizzle of it all, it was team too much. It was completely team. I did not like, no. And I'm like, did you want a choker? What are you wearing up, girl? I was like, Contessa must have been drunk. It was an off day. They said, come down here to do a confession or whatever. And I was like, man, please don't do that. No, don't you ever, don't you ever wear whatever that is again. Ever. And then the hair looks matted. It looked like somebody put somebody else's weave on her shoulders. And like she did not know it was there. The middle look, the Trebop, amazing. Amazing. Now she looked different. She looked different. The boobs look different. Her lips look a bit more plump. Her around her eyes look a little bit. So she looked different in the middle one. So I feel like that may be the most current, um, most current picture or her, than the other ones. Because it just looked different. It looked different. Okay. But I love the bob. It looks cute. Her makeup looks flawless. Okay, it's real simple and beautiful and elegant. Okay, the third look, her boobs are very separated. They was not together. They was separated when we were together. We never turned our backs on each other. But now that we separated, they can't stand each other. Okay. Anyway, it's crazy. I liked her hair. You know what I'm saying? It was cute. Makeup was also cute. But again, my favorite is that middle one. The end one, it's not bad. It isn't at all. But the middle one is for sure the best look of it all. Okay. Right. I said, I don't know what's behind that. I thought it was a fur. A rabbit fur. It is for hairstyles. It is for hairstyles and what? But the bob is always nice. It's always nice. Would you ever do a vlog style video on how to shop and then dress your body? I already have posted. I was just wondering about how to video. The reason I would probably not do a how-to video, it would take too long and not enough folks watch me for that. That's just not my forte. So I don't see myself doing that. But I don't know. You never know. I don't know. I don't know. My looks is easy because I post stuff on IG and I just share it on my Facebook and on my YouTube. But if to do a real vlog, that takes too much time. And if it ain't worth the money, I can't do it. But we never know what may happen in the future. Okay. Yes, the middle one is the best. Number two. Okay. She did get one a while ago, but the boobs in this picture just look different. We see boobs in two of these photos. And out of these two, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. Okay. One set of boobs look like they could be a bit hard. And then one set of boobs look real, real juicy. But Contessa looks gorgeous. Period. She's a gorgeous woman. Period. Okay. But I just feel like something looks a bit different. And I'm leave that be. And I want whoever let her come on camera with that damn fur around her neck, with that hair fur, need to be fired. Okay, fired. Anyway, next up we have Toya. Okay, Toya's. I feel like Toya with this weird fish braid, jack-o'-lantern side drawstring ponytail. I don't understand it because it looks sideways. You know those Japanese lanterns that they have? It looked like a Japanese lantern as a ponytail, and it did not work. And I don't know if it was I don't. It's the fact that the ponytail is a bit on the side right here. I don't get it. I love her. The top she's wearing. Her makeup is gorgeous. I even don't mind her earrings with that side jack-o'-lantern ponytail, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. And the second look, with the what I would call the coming to America, Amani style ponytail, I love it. I love the dress as well. She looks gorgeous in the second look. Okay, hair, makeup, dress, amazing. That first one, baby, I said no, ma'am. Again, whoever did Contessa hair did Toya hair. So the person who gave Contessa all that weave on her neck, they gave Toya this little strip of a ponytail. You know, don't do it no more. Don't let anybody make you come on camera with a sad ponytail with a jack o' lantern. The Japanese lanterns that I've always seen them. In movies or whatever. Don't do that no more. No, ma'am. Don't let them make. Do not let them make a fool of you, Toya. But the second look looks amazing. Next up, who do we have? I don't remember. Oh, Anila. Last season, I kept calling her Anila Nyla because I could not remember her name because it was her first season last season, and her name was Anila. And I love Anila. To me, is the first person on a show I can recall who had a great first season and had a great introduction on the show. Okay, I liked Anila from the beginning, I believe. I don't think the only time I think I did not like something was when she was trying to fix stuff, I think, between Toya and Contessa, and not my girl, they're out of it. But other than that, I think I've always liked her demeanor. This Bob, first of all, she looks great in both, truth be told. I wish the hair wasn't so high on this one right here, but I still like it. Even though I feel like the hair, I feel the hair and the earrings and the feathers are all too much. I think if she's gonna have the feathers and the earrings, her hair should have been up in a bun. And because you can't have all the long hair, the long earrings, and then the feathers or whatever, it's too much clashing. Even though I don't mind it, her makeup is gorgeous too. But in this bob, baby, this blunt cut bob, and this great dress, okay, boobs looking amazing. She looks gorgeous. Okay, Anila, season 1, I think a couple of her confessionals I did not really like that much. But this season, she's out here doing the dance. She paid the right people to do hair, makeup, and dress her. But they should still put her hair up in a bun for this one. Okay, yeah, look, my hair up in a bun all the time. You hear me? When you have the only time your hair should be down is if you don't have a lot going on with whatever you're wearing. If you have feathers and all this stuff, your hair should be able to show all of this. You hear me? Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, I love both of these looks. Okay, let's move on to who's next. I don't remember. Oh, Quad. Quad looks basic. And I don't mean that in any rude or demeaning way. I just feel like we've seen Quad look better. And I feel like it's the same wig twice. And it's the same makeup twice, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But something about Quad, it looks basic to me, and I don't know why. And I was like, Quad used to be like real fashionable. Okay, I was like, okay. And yeah, she looked like her. And I don't want to that because she do. But by regular stuff, I feel like, honey, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. She looks honey, she looks boring. I mean, that's just what she looks boring. And because she usually comes super glammed up, this is my thing. In the confessional, that's the place to be super glammed up. And I think I would prefer Quad be this way in scenes. To me. Not saying she looks bad here, not saying that at all. But the confessional is usually where you get done up. I think in these regular scenes, you should look regular, okay? Right. You need to look razzle dazzle. little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the confessional. You're supposed to look like you give looks there. You know, we're gonna see it all season. So I was like, it was just basic long hair, a little weave, little wig, and that was it. But I'm letting her be. And again, I'm not saying she looks bad because she looks gorgeous. But I'm like, she looks so regular for this to be the confessional look. You can look like yourself in the confessional and still be, you know, I'm saying, a little razzle dazzle. And there's no razzle dazzle. Okay. Anyway, I think last is probably Heavenly. Oh no, they already Heavenly. So last is Simone. Simone did not have many one-on-one screens, so I had to get her and Cecil together. Um, Simone's bow is how a bow goes wrong. Y'all know I love Jackie's bow. Simone's bow, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then I felt like it's the why y'all choking yourself. Don't do that. I don't think anyone should be in choker type dresses in these things. Okay. Uh, while I think her hair and makeup on both looks was amazing, um, I thought the bow was too big, and I didn't particularly like the choker dress. Cecil looked how Cecil always looked like he just had maybe two drinks, so he real fun. You know what I'm saying? He real fun right now, and I'm like, okay, okay, and you know, I just think not call. I'm not saying he drink too much. I feel like when you had a long day and you get like two good drinks in you, whatever, you real loose and fun. He looked loose and fun, like he ready to party. Okay, and I'm like, I guess so. But Simone looked like she just uptight. Simone looked like she don't buy Girl Scout cookies because she don't like them. Who like Girl Scout cookies? The fuck? Anyway, so I think those are all the looks I had, I believe. Okay, let's see what's next. Yes. So the show starts off, we see that Jackie Brown here, not Jackie, Jackie went and had a meeting with Heavenly at her office. Heavenly came in because as she said she has not had her period in 2 months. Okay. And when this heifer say she could be pregnant, I say, pregnant with what? Pregnant with who? Girl, no ma'am, okay? And I'm like, no, you're going through the change, okay? Because, Heavenly is someone of a particular age, and look, the thing, it happens. We all, as women, will go through the change, but Heavenly really said, I could be pregnant. I said, you cannot be pregnant. I mean, anybody can be pregnant. Let me not say that, okay? You could have been, but you're not, okay? But she also brings up how she no longer, wants to have intercourse sex because again it's dry down there, okay, which is another sign of the change, okay. And but she said I do give Damon head because he likes head, and I was like, I mean, I guess so. But I'm like, why don't try to use some lubricant? Because for her to say I don't like intercourse, I don't like penetration because it's dry down there. Do you not know about the lubrication? Because if the only thing stopping you from wanting it is because it's dry down there, get it wet. You hear me? Because I'm not gonna wear out my mouth. I'm not gonna do that, okay? But again, at least she's still like, I don't mind giving head because it's like, okay, I was like, girl, bye. Anyway, so we just see her having to take some tests or whatever to get her levels regulated to get better. But girl, get you some lubrication and go get banged out, okay? Because if your husband who wants that big old thing coming in here when it's dry, if it's a big old thing that you like, you would just get some stuff to make it wet. I don't, that's what it is. I don't know what else to say besides that, okay? But at least she was able to have that conversation with Jackie. And Jackie was, very much so informative, okay, and all those things or whatever. And it's great to be able to go to someone who understands what you're going through, and like that you didn't tease her, which I could have. Okay, she let you're premenopausal. It happens. We'll get some tests ran. We'll get your estrogen levels. And then your estrogen level. I think she also the testosterone. We'll get it all balanced out and get you to get your stuff back wet a little bit. Okay, my thing is, girl, get some lubrication. Anyway. Contest and Toya meet up. Okay, this is the funny thing. Contest at home. Toya pops up to when Contest's 7-year-old daughter saw Toya, her kids pull up. The daughter said, "Oh no, it's the evil one and the nice one." I said, "Not the evil and the nice one." And she said, "I've been to their house before, so I know which one is the devil." I said, "The devil, not the devil, girl." It was a fact. You can't control children. Children say truths, okay? Because children at times don't have filters yet. So when Layla said, she need a good spanking. When Layla said the evil one and the and the nice one, because I know one is a I say that means it's true. Because she said it on camera, because it's just what the truth is, okay? And so she said, "My babies ain't." I said, "No, they're not. No, they're not." Okay. And the one son said, "Well, yeah, that's true." And the other one said, "I didn't even do it." I'm like, "Well, that means we know one of them is evil." Because the one who said that's the truth, he has to be the evil one. He has to be. Because he know, yeah, that's what it is. He's the evil one. Because he said, "Yep, that's, hey, I am what I am." Okay. But it was hilarious because she said it so unprovoked that you knew it was how she felt about it. Meaning, when hanging out with them boys, one of them kids is bad. And she don't like it. And he a little bit evil with her. He's a devil. I know which one is the I know which one the evil one. I said, "Girl, it had me cackling." Okay. Anyway, Toya and Contessa talk about this their issues or whatever. Toya brings first of all, let's go to Toya from episode 1. Toya and Eugene have moved again. Okay. Toya and Eugene are now living in a rental. They sold their other home. They have bought a new plot of land that they want to build on, and they'll be moving in sometime in 2023. Toya wants us to believe that she never felt like the house they built that she called their dream home wasn't really their dream home. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. A part of me feel like Toya, because Toya said the house wasn't big enough for us. Bitch, you built the house. You didn't have more children. Like, you built the house to fit y'all. You built yourself and I don't mean bitch in a real way. Then I don't want to do that. But you built yourself a 2-story closet. You literally built the house from the ground up. So you can't. A person can say a house they bought that was already made. Okay, that house wasn't really. You built the house yourself. You planned what you wanted. You it was a bold faced lie. I don't believe you. Okay, it's bullshit. Okay, that's the only part of episode 1 that I had to speak on. Toya lying. Y'all sold the house. Even if you sold it to make money off of it, it's probably because you could not afford the house. So we can sell it, pay it off, make a little bit of money, but you have to spend more money to build a new house. Girl, they move every 2 seasons. And for me, I would never want to be a kid who can't remember being in one place long enough to call it home. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. I think growing up, having 2, maybe 3 houses is cool. Y'all have moved into like 4 or 5 houses, and them kids only 8, maybe 9. The kids ain't stable, and y'all have now moved to a rental that y'all will have to move out of in 2 more years. So this stuff is from 2021. So that's crazy to me. Toya, Eugene, it's okay for y'all not to be not trying to be out here keeping up with the Joneses if you can't afford it. If you can afford it, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Anyway, yes, I do think Contessa hair clothes are very affordable. Yeah, they don't know how to. It's, I don't even know because they don't know how to manage their money. I think in some way, Toya is always trying to prove she's just as fancy as whoever else, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But be within your budget. The kicker was just her saying the house wasn't big enough for us, and I'm like, but y'all built it. Y'all built it. Yeah, when Eugene, because the next episode, when we see Eugene speaking about how he feels, we're gonna get into that next episode. But I would never want to be consistently moving, or I would not want my husband feeling like he has to work because we have bills to pay. And I think it's normal. I don't think Eugene makes enough money, in my opinion, based on how many times they've moved, for them to be building a new house when they just had that house finished maybe 2-3 years ago. I think it's dumb. Even Quad, who bought her house, which we'll get into in 1 second, I felt like, Quad, girl, did you need that big ass house? I mean, that big. Okay. Yeah, credit may be shot to shit. And I just had a conversation with my cleaning lady. Last weekend, not this Saturday, but last Saturday, about if you want to do something, if you want to build up your credit, or if you want to move in 4 years, for 2 of those years, let your credit take hits to build it up. If you have to apply for this or that to build up, do that. But like every other year, they taking hits and hits and hits and doing this. I'm like, you're not helping shit. And I feel like you're not helping your kids feel stable. Because even though she said, the place we live isn't home as us as a family, that's true. But I want to be able to have memories with my family in a house. I want to have memories from the house. You know what I'm saying? Period. We had 2 homes, well, 3. Growing up, from the time I was born until I was 20, when I moved out at 27, 26, I would say we had 3 major homes. And the last 2 we were in for years. And the last one, my parents, we moved in there when I was in high school, they own the house to this day. So I really feel like, Toya ain't helping, and Eugene, because I'm not going to keep blaming Toya. They need to sit their ass down somewhere. Period. And when y'all built this new house, I don't want to hear in 2 years, oh, it wasn't our dream house. You, this girl, just stop. Anyway, they were talking. They were talking because about their bonds or relationships with Anila and Heavenly. Now, Toya and Anila are in a little bit of a better place, to where they're not back on track, but they're not beefing. They're getting there or whatever. But with Heavenly and Contessa, we find out last episode, Contessa has not spoken to Heavenly in months because Heavenly be on her YouTube page. Heavenly be on her YouTube page doing too much. And this, to me, is the difference between somebody like me who do not know these folks, and I'm giving my opinion on folk I do not know, versus someone who knows them in real life and be on social media dragging with the fans. Heavily be on her YouTube page, fully allowing them folk to pull her into the mess. And the things that she say, the opinions that she gives, and the things that she agree with the fans, it do seem messy and shady because you know them in real life. And because you know them in real life, you should not be giving too much of an opinion because that's kind of something business. And it's the reasons why I never discuss my friend shit with anybody else. anyone. None of my friends can say they know anything personal about any other one of my friends because I don't do that. Because if I'm gonna sit and talk to you about my friend's business, that means you can't trust me with your information. So the fact Contessa feel like she can't trust Heavenly because Heavenly is talking to strangers about what she got going on. You can't trust folk like that because they out here spreading your business. So Heavenly be on her YouTube page, man, I'm like, damn, girl, what you doing? That don't do that. And Heavenly, as real as she is, she's not, whatever. She has to know the fans be baiting her into the bullshit, and she fall right into it. Deep dive right into it. Or whatever. Oh, girl, you can't do that. Okay, you can't. Yeah. What is it? Because Candy speaks from her point of what happened. She does not spill tea or agree with fans who say, hey, do you think Contessa's husband abuses her? Yes, I do. Candy really reviews the show, and the most background stuff she gives is stuff about her, not anyone else. So that's the difference. Candy keeps a thin line between what she will and won't talk about. Right. Candy will talk about what she experienced in the episode. Heavenly went on her YouTube channel after everything and said that after the reunions and shows, Heavenly was taking questions from fans and telling them things that she knew based on stuff that Contessa told her, basically, because they were close. Candy don't do that. Candy will allow whoever else to come on her show and give their point of view. Because Candy speak on it, usually she'll have someone from the show on with her. Or she'll speak about how she felt about something that went on. But she's not saying, well, yeah, Mark was beating Kenny's ass. She don't do that. But that's what Heavenly would do. That's the difference. So that's why for me, that's not for some YouTubers. We don't discuss other YouTubers unless it spills over into pop culture. Like the only reason most of us have to talk about Tasha K is because she was beefing with Cardi B. That's a conversation that has to be had. But we're not directly talking about Tasha K in general. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So it's the catch-22. Did you catch? Tori said the old house didn't have a right. She said, yeah. She said it did not have a tennis court. I said, but you built the house. You built the house. You built the house. But she allows her guests to go in her cafes. Who can? Candy can, if Heavenly allowed Anila or anyone else to come on and speak about them, that's not on Heavenly. But what Heavenly did was she did herself. Candy allowing, when Candy isn't on the show and she has either Don Juan or A1 on there, say how they feel, they're not on the show. So, but anyway, it's two different things. But let's move on. Anyway, so again, Contessa brings up how she has not talked to Heavenly because of what Heavenly was saying on her show. For her, I feel like Heavenly did not respect me as a friend because look at how she talked about me to strangers. Okay, you're wrong for having conversations about my marriage with strangers on the internet who are not in our circle. I agree with that. Do not take my personal shit and have those conversations with other folk who are not in my circle. Don't do that. I don't do that at all. Like, I just don't. Because you have to trust your friends with your information. And when your friend take your information and then puts it on a public platform to make the fans furthermore think your husband is beating you or y'all are in an abusive relationship whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically, you are aiding in people hating on her marriage that she seemingly wants to work out. I don't know what I'm saying. So that's the difference in my opinion. Okay. But again, for her, Toya, like, Toya's point is in Heavenly will say sorry. Like, she'll say sorry to you. You know what I'm saying? However, she'll do so again because she's a snake who you have to keep all your eyes on all the times. I agree. Heavenly has always said sorry, and then she'll do the same shit. Girl, you know this is playing, and I'm like, that's how I go. And I says, look, I'm a firm believer. Once you show me who you are and how you feel about me, I can't rock with you. It don't happen that way. And Contessa at this point in time feel like I could not talk to Heavenly because I felt like she did not respect me as her friend, and she had shit on my marriage on her platform, and that's kind of crazy to me. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. So that was their conversation. Okay. Now we see Qua at home with her nephew. Now Qua had taken in her 7-year-old nephew, Mason. So Quad brother died in 2020. 34. Now Quad only bring up, she says that he died of a complication of the heart. I'm assuming he had a heart attack. I'm not sure fully. But she's now raising the son. Now, I'm like, boy, his mama. So it's a lot I wonder because we seen Mason on the show with her brother years ago when he was a baby. And I can't remember if she's ever spoke on what the mom was. So I do wonder, like, okay, is mom not in the picture at all? Okay. Because again, when the brother passed away, and Quad over the years, when she was married, she did not want to have kids because it wasn't time with Greg or whatever. And so she then was divorced or whatever. She's like, I don't want kids because I'm single. And now the fact that, her brother passes away and she basically is the mom now to her nephew. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Now her mom, Miss Mary, has moved in as well to help her raise them. The Quad bought, I think she said she bought a 14,000 square foot house. I'm like, where Quad be getting the money from? And that's no tea, no shade. But I'm like, where's she the where? I don't know. But again, it seemed Quad is fully open to raising Mason or whatever. Because again, she wants to make sure he's okay. Yeah, this is so true. Dr. G would have been so happy to help raise him. Look, Amber, my next, I wish I could show y'all my desktop. My next note says, I wonder if she will address the situation of the baby girl she said she was hoping raised named Ariana. That baby story came and went like a thief in the night. I was just about to have that ask her that question. Like, I wonder what happened. It's a big house for 3 people. So I don't know. Okay. What I will say is this is very similar to Marlo and the nephews. Mainly for a couple different reasons. One, Marlo's sister is not dead. She's in jail. And Quad's brother passed away. So it's not as if, it can be whatever else. And I also feel like if Quad's mom is older, Quad may not have want her mom to be, not stuck. Stuck is the wrong word. But, left with the job to raise her grandson. If it can be done by them both. Y'all know I heard a bug. So I'm looking. I don't think I let any bugs in, but I'll be trying to be careful because I don't want to be scared on camera. But I just feel like they're trying to help raise it together. But Quad was the one who was on that interview, and she said her mama were like helping raise a baby girl, and we kind of just never heard nothing about it. And I'm like, what happened? Like, where the kid go? Okay, and that came up, I want to say a few months after or before her brother passed away. So I'm not sure. Quad's mom may have gotten Mason after the brother died, so it could be a package deal. That's true. What I will say is Quad seems, happy to have this whole different lifestyle right now because again, at least since December 2020, which was, roughly 2 years ago, she's been helping raise the nephew. So um ooh, I think it's a storyline because racism does have a mom. We've seen her, but we don't know where she at. So that's I want to see if the story progresses any further. Because what if mom come out and say she ain't got custody? I got them things. I don't know. But again, that's her thing or whatever. She says it's an adjustment, but she like it. Okay, girl, fine, fine, fine. Now this was a weird scene to me. I'm like, why are we sitting here with Simone and Cecil and they son and the girl? I was like, what the fuck is this? I was confused. I don't know what's going on. And Simone and Cecil having dinner with their son. And their son is 23. That's Miles, okay? And his girlfriend, Andrea, who he's been dating for a year and a half. I was like, why do we care? Do we care? But again, we cannot be picky and feel like we cannot, see other parts of their life. It's supposed to be about them as people, so they son gonna count, okay? But they sitting around, they talking to the son and the girlfriend, who he's been with for a year and a half, about communication and how they communicate good or bad or whatever. And then when Simone then say, well, me and Cecil are going to be writing a book, a couples book. I said a couples book. Okay. I said, I guess so. And they brought up how it's going to be a couples book about couples going through real things. It's not going to be a couples book about, how great marriage is. It's going to be about the real up and downs that went on, from when we met to all the shit in between. Now, I will say this. I like the idea because so many people will have these, couple books. But it be a bunch of bullshit sometimes. So I am, I guess, okay with the fact that they want to be honest about what they went through and how they overcame it. Because a couple of years ago, they did want to get divorced. And now they seem happy. So if they can help show other couples how you can feel like it's over, but if you do the work, it can work out. So I mean, I ain't gonna buy the book, but I'm not gonna knock them for wanting to write a book. I think people sometimes only feel like successful marriages people is who can do stuff. No, you need advice from people who've been through shit. Because if you have not been through something, how can you help me get through something? So I don't mind that. I am not dealing with y'all and y'all speaking about that man and his girlfriend. I am not going to even address these guys. Y'all just mean. You me? Leave that boy alone. Okay, that's that man, white girlfriend or whatever. He like her, she like him. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. Y'all is messy. Y'all is messy. Let's move on to Anila and Karen and their nanny. Okay. Now, Anila and Karen moved into their house finally. Finally, it has been to me right here. Okay, anyway. But they moved in to their house. They spent about $3 million, which like double the budget. Okay. But the thing about it is Anila blogged most all the furniture in the house. So she basically almost furnished their whole house from blogging it. Saved them like a half meal. So she's now a full-time product. Look, Anila uses the name blogger. I don't think she's a blogger per se. You are, to me, a product reviewer. You're a product promoter. And bloggers, to me, have to do something. Have to be talking about something. Anila was very smart in knowing that last season she was a popular person on the show. People liked her. Her IG grew. And she got folks to send her free shit to promote. That's smart. It's completely smart. I just don't think blogger is the proper name. Only thing, like, I don't think she really blogs it. If someone sends you some chairs and you sit in them, you know what I'm saying? it's smart to show that. I'm like, you're a blogger. I don't know, you know, but whatever. But anyway, she's now full time. She's always blog, and this is awesome. I think too. I never want to get to the point to where I'm promoting stuff because it was sent to me and it's free. I like to promote what I wear. Like I get stuff I want. Now if a company that I already shop at send me stuff, cool. Or if it's something I'm like, oh, I would love that. Yes, yes. But I don't want to be with someone who review stuff just because, oh, they sent me, a gaming. I don't play games. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to review a camera. You know what I'm saying? But she was smart as fuck because she furnished their whole house. So she's extremely smart to be able to do that. I'm not knocking what she do. I'm saying I don't like the title, what you call it. Okay. Anyway, the nanny. Okay, Miss Gomez. Okay, Miss Gomez was like, "Hey y'all, I cooked y'all some food. You know what I'm saying? A little dinner." They're like, "Oh, you want to raise?" She's like, "No," you know what I'm saying? And she tells them how, I have my house in Houston. I have, my grandkids. I have family or whatever. So I'm going to Houston. They said, "Oh, for how long?" She said, "No, I'm moving to Houston. I'm like leaving." And Karen was like, "Is everything okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I just want to be back and close to my family." Anila was like, "What? No, 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 no. You can't leave us. You can't do that. You're like family. What am I gonna do?" And Anila put on her social media that she was in shock, and she, was like, because I think she know her response came off real what's the word? Real, I can't think what the word is, y'all. Just like you can't do this to me. Like you have to stay with me. And I can't think what the word is right now. But I was like, girl, you did too much. Your response should not be you can't leave as if you own her. And I don't think that's what she meant. Yes, selfish. Thank you. I could not think of the word selfish. Oh my god. Okay. Um crazy. Okay. Um I don't think she meant it that way, but because that was her reaction, you could see that she is a bit selfish. I was a little territorial. It was also a bit excessive. Yep, all these were yep, 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 yep. And while I get her response was because, as they both said, her and Karen, our kids are so used to you. Our youngest has known you since birth. Like he doesn't know life without you. Entitled, yes, entitled. That was the word I was thinking about too. Okay. Um, and we get, because I know when you find someone amazing to raise your children, you do not want to lose that. But I also feel like, not trying to age shame because I don't know how old Miss Gomez is. Miss Gomez saying that, she wanted to be with her family. It wasn't like she was leaving because she wasn't happy. It wasn't that she wanted more money. Her point was, I need to go and be with my family. And while I love your kids, I have to, because like she lives there with them. You know what I'm saying? And to me, she's at an age where she probably wants to spend her the rest of her years with her own family, helping raise her grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I think that was her point. And even though I fully get, right, Serena, when you find someone your children actually like and you don't want to lose to look for someone else, she fits for the family. That's true. However, we also know as people get older, they either retire, so you can't expect someone to stay with you forever. And I feel like when she told them, I want to go be with my family, to me, that will trump anything else. Because You can't want me to stay here for your family because it's what you want for your family and not want me to be there for my family. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt like I got her response was because she was shocked. But you are basically saying to me, you want what's best for your family over what I want for my own family. And that's what I did not like about her response. But I was fine with her saying on IG or either IG or Twitter that she was just in shock about her leaving and she just could not believe that she was gonna leave or whatever. Um and I get that because you can't trust folks these days. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, you just can't. So I fully get that. Fully. But I just wish her response would have been more like, I can't believe I have to find someone else as great as you. Because her reason for leaving was a great reason. And Anita said, is there any way we can change your mind? She was like, no. You know, and you know what? This is what I feel may have happened. And I don't know them or whatever, but I feel like my hands is cold, y'all. My hands cold with my boots. Anyway, I feel like Miss Gomez probably knew if I give them too much heads up, it can be they may not want it to happen. I also feel like the fact that she said to them, y'all know I have a house in Houston, right? You know I have family. I feel like she's probably been dropping nuggets that she wanted to leave and they just weren't getting it. And so she had to finally just say, I'm leaving. And it wasn't her saying I'm leaving today. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's gonna leave today, but I think her thing is I'm planning to leave. And at the end of the day, when someone makes a decision, when they tell you, it's not really blindsided unless they're leaving that day. Um, and if they say, okay, well, this is the plan, that's cool. So I don't think to me, I don't think she was saying I'm leaving today or next week. I think she's saying I'm planning to move back to be with my family. Okay. And I'm like, and I also feel like, okay, so what y'all, since y'all want someone who can be around for a while, maybe not pick someone, and this is not age shame or whatever, maybe pick someone who won't want to leave to be with their own, you know, grandchildren. You know, pick someone who maybe does not have children, or if they have kids, their kids don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Just so that you hopefully won't go through this again. You know, try to, and it's going to be hard for them to find someone, um, you know, because you have to find someone you trust. But I feel like she came honest with them. And even if they felt blindsided, the reason she gave should have, you know, softened that blow because she wasn't leaving for any other reason, but it's time for me to go home to be with my family. You know, you kind of have to pick someone who doesn't have family, right? Because it's least likely that they'll want to leave to be with whoever else. And the fact that when she said, like, you know, y'all know I have my house in Houston, I would not want someone who has a whole house somewhere else because they may want to leave. And you know, I'm just saying, yeah, the parents who we see on the show don't seem like they commit to being a nanny to the kids. Not at all. Not at all. Uh, with the pool, with the house, they could have done a pool house for the grandparents. Honey, they don't like illegal parents. Karen is like your mama and daddy cannot live here. Okay, they can come visit, not live here. If like Jeff, right? Jeff, I'm flipping out. He would never fire Zoila. Even when Zoila wanted to slow down because she was getting older, he still was like, "You gonna be here because you family." So again, you usually can pick someone who can be there for a while. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying. Don't try to. You can't leave. You can't. Yes, I can. I'm not a slave. I can leave. You know, and I'm leaving my family. Okay, because again, she's an older woman. No tea, no shade. And why would I want to stay here? Let's say for 10 more years until your kids are like out of high school, and I've then missed raising my own folk in Houston. Let me have my time. I love Zwilla. I'm mad flipping out. Don't come on no more. I was mad when Gabe and when Gabe and Jeff broke up. Okay, and the daughter was, have to be, put and Jenny. Oh Lord, I can go on and on about flipping out. I watched season 1 to the end. Okay, but Jeff is on a new show. Cynthia is on, and my guy to chat tomorrow. We will talk about that. Okay. Anyway, not all grandparents are into being around the kids all the time, let alone act as a nanny. Okay. So again, I felt like, she told them when she told them, and it was fine. Okay. I leave in the heat of the night. Terrible. Okay. Let's move on to the little grand opening of Heavenly Week's Life Story. Heavenly was having a grand open. First of all, y'all like the video. Like the video. How have I been live for 2 hours? How did we get this? I talk too damn much. Okay, this should not have been 2 damn hours. I talk too much. You hear me? Anyway, Heavenly has a grand opening for her beauty supply store, and we see Jackie also has some little products there from her beauty line too, which is crazy because I'm like, girl, is it beauty? I think it's like a skincare thing or whatever. Okay. So that was a great thing that, Heavenly allowed her to have that there too. Now, she brings up how she's going to have some of the ladies, model the hair and for like a fashion show, the wigs or whatever. I was like, okay, you say so. So she then had this man over here, Mr. Wright, who was from Miami. He owns 25 funeral homes. I said 20 in one state. Look, I hope he owns 25 over Florida. Because I'm like, 25, girl. Anyway, but he owns 25 funeral homes, and he wants to partner with her to get wigs from her, her to supply for the dead folk. And Heavenly said, it's a steady stream of income, which is true. If you have 25 funeral homes who will consistently always, have a need for a wig or two, it is, it makes sense, okay? And he has a steady supply of wigs for folks who, hearing right. So I was like, girl, I guess so. But I was like, girl, but what I did not expect. Oh yeah, I do. Look, we're gonna get into Heavenly's hair later on, okay? But what I did not expect with them all talking to Mr. Wright was, girl, what Natural Nikki or Nikki Natural, who was on Love and Hip Hop Miami, being one of the models here who was hugged up. She used to fuck around with Trick Daddy. And when she seen old dude in his pimp suit who owned 25 funeral homes, which y'all know that's an expensive, line of work. Okay, you make money off of that, okay? And she was, oh, hey, you married? No, hey, you flirting with the old funeral home man? You went from Trick Daddy to Mr. Girl. I said, first of all, the fact that she up and tricking from one network to the other. You was up and tricking with Trick on VH1, and now you kind of trick with the right man on Bravo. I was like, girl, the one thing I would not want to be known as is someone who's pushing up an old man for money. I was like, what are we doing? She walked up like, hey, I'm from Miami too. Are you married? No, okay. I was like, girl, not tricking on the job. You hear me? I was like, get out of my face. Okay. Now we see Simone and Contessa get there. And Contessa then realizes that she was not asked to model in the show. Okay. And she then was like, if we beefing, isn't that an olive branch extend to ask me if I want to be around? If, she never wants to be my true friend if she was not out here trying to like ask me to be a part of what she had going on. I'm like, Contessa, you said you stopped talking to her and y'all ain't talked in months. Why would she ask you to be a part of something that she had going. Y'all ain't talking. And so she asked really like, so only your friends are modeling? And she said, well, no, the ladies I speak to on a regular basis asked to be a part of it. And I was like, ooh, Lord, okay, the shade of it all. Contessa feeling some kind of way about Heavily not asking her was stupid. Only because y'all not talking. Why would she ask you? So you mad about her speaking about you, so you stop talking to her. But you want her to ask you to be a part of her show when she don't know why you mad at her. That doesn't make any sense, Contessa. Get out my face, Contessa. So we then see they had this little fashion show or hair show. I don't know what it was. And look, Heavenly wig, Jackie wig, Quad wig. Anita came out spraying, I assume, oil sheen. I'm like, why the fuck is Anita walking out with oil sheen spraying it around? Her daughter Alora came out in a blonde wig, and I'm gonna say this: Heavenly has cheap wigs. Heavenly has the kind of wigs that you would not mind to be buried if you was dead, because you're dead. Who needs quality wigs when you're dead? No one, because you're not going anywhere. Heavenly was saying that people doubt that she know how to do hair, and so she wants to prove folks wrong. I do not think that you know how to do hair. I also don't think that you know how to pick out hair, okay? Because Heavenly's wig looked the best out of the three. However, Heavenly wig also looked like it won't last in the rain, it won't last in heat, it will last if you stand around somewhere and that's it. So Jackie's wig looked matted. Jackie wig looked like it had been outside in the Georgia sun after some rain. Qua's wig looked tacky. The bang ain't even right. How does one side of the wig look fluffy and the other side look flat? Yeah, the what they tried to have Qua wear, she said no, those are double horns, no. And I'm like, what they put you in was still fucked up. And I don't know why she had this Lady of the Night dark ass runway show. I was confused. I was like, why is Heavenly dropping like it's hot? I was confused. Um, it was fun. It happened. She accomplished things. She had her own store. Okay. These are the kind of wigs you wear one time. That's it. Don't wear it outside. Don't wear it in the rain. Don't wear it in the wind. Don't wear it in the rain, sleet, snow, or hail. Okay? Because again, Quad's wig, the bang is fucked up, and one side is fully fluffy, the other side is flat. How did you get here? Bitch, I caught the bus. These are bus wigs. And that may be Heavenly's brand. It can be a brand of I'm not looking for a wig that I can wear over and over again. I'm not looking for an everyday wig to wear because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have 3 wigs that I'm gonna wear. It's just too hot for them right now, okay? But those are quality wigs. You hear me? I spent almost $700 on 2 wigs. These wigs look like they cost maybe $19.99. I'll give it $29.95. The Heavenly wig may cost $39.95. But this shit, I was like, no. And I'm like, why did Jackie look like a hooker? An expensive one with a dress, okay? But I'm like, it was this the prostitutes fashion show? Look, I don't know nothing about wigs. You hear me? 'Cause I don't wear weave. I don't wear wigs. I'm saying, but because COVID put my hair out, I bought wigs because I was like, I may be bald, bitch, and I ain't playing. But the wigs I got, I love them. But because it's so hot, I can't wear them yet because my head will be sweating. So I'm gonna wear them once the weather calms down a little bit, okay? But however, I feel like no one on the show knew. Quad is the one who should know about wigs because she wears them all the time. So I'm like, you let them have you walk out here in this mess of a mess? Oh, Lord. I was confused. So again, congrats to Heavenly for having her store open. Congrats to Heavenly for succeeding in it. But I would not order not nan weave a wig from Heavenly's line. Okay, and because one, I'm in Michigan and she in Georgia. Okay, but because these are one and goes, wear it once and throw it away. Okay, okay. OnlyFans wigs, I can do that. It's that bang. It was weird. Okay, a quick wig for one time. Where I've seen that. Okay, a quick wig for one. Yes, honey. Yes, Tyler Perry wigs, disposable wigs. Okay, throw it out. Heavenly's wig looked the best, and that ain't saying much. It isn't. Okay, I was like, you know, hopefully she had good shampoo, and I hope she not only selling wigs. I hope she sell other shit too. You hear me? Anyway, that was the whole review. I did not mean to be on this long, y'all, but thank y'all for sticking around here. Y'all know to make sure to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, to follow me, and not follow me, girl, to subscribe to my channel, to become a whole JayBird. I'm going to probably have a live chat, gossip chat tomorrow about some things at 9 o'clock, because I will. Wednesday, I will probably be doing a live review of Married at First Sight, all the couples and the weddings. So that will be probably Wednesday. And then we'll see how it goes because I don't know. I got to figure out what's going on. Because again, I don't know. Okay, look, I did not mean to be around here talking so much. I did not want to be. It is 11:17. You hear me? Whew, mouth dry. I got to pee. Crazy. Anyway, I love you all. I want everyone to be blessed. I have to go and find out what I got to figure out what to wear tomorrow. It is so hard trying to top every day. I'm wearing robes and say fuck it. Okay. Anyway, I've been standing in the kitchen this whole time, not one dish washed. Look, because I sit down so much at work and when I'm on my live, when I'm at home, usually I'm around in the kitchen, standing around, you know what I'm saying, drinking water, eating watermelon. I watch a little bit of TV on my iPad. It'd be so weird that I just be like, you know what? I ain't got time. The trolls is coming in. The trolls is coming. I don't know how, but you see, the 15-second little hold up gives the mods time to get them. You hear me? To get them. Anyway, have a good night, y'all. We're gonna end it right here. Love, light, and positivity. Okay, it's all that we do around here. Be blessed, be loved, be great. Okay, and always tip your waiter. Okay, but gotta go. Love y'all. Peace.